YouTube, this is Sea-Dog, and I'm back with another review, and this time it's on the One Piece by Megahouse, Variable Action Heroes. Variable Action Heroes, and I'm going to quickly go through the packaging. As you can see on the front, you can see the figure behind the clamshell, behind the clear packaging. Then we have kind of the One Piece photography art on the side. On the back we have a few of the poses. We have the fire on the arms. We've got the finger bang, or the bullets that fire out of the fingers with the fire left over. We got the hat. We got the back of him and all of that. And on the side we have a picture of one of the many faces he comes with. So with that, let's just get started. And the reason I wanted to do the packaging is because I think it's awesome the way they put this together. And I want to gush over it a little bit. So we just remove that. Putting this aside, we have this. We have the figure here. He's in plastic wrap, which is great. And then in the back, we have the accessories. We got all the hands, the faces, the hair, the hat, the fire parts, and the weapon. And the cool thing is, you can take this off, and there's all of the accessories. So, looking at the hands, we have, I'll show those more in detail after, but you can see how everything is set up. Alright, so let's just quickly open everything up and get this thing started. Alright. There we go. Just a little bit of a pain to open stuff up. Not too bad. Not really bad at all. The accessories are more difficult than the figure. So, opening the figure, he comes right out of it like that. And like this, he's in plastic. And we will take him right out and stand him. And then we'll remove the clamshells. And we'll get this review started. Alright, so looking at the figure, let's get him in the light. He is an awesome figure, guys. I mean, this figure is awesome. You're going to hear me gush about him quite a bit. So the paintwork alone is really nice. It has a nice, like, skin-colored plastic with some paint on top of that and some paint shading on top of that. You can see it all in the musculature, the biceps and the triceps. It goes all the way to the back. On the legs, he's got nice belt work, or paint work on the belt buckle. He's got a separate piece here that's looped around in one of the belt loops. And he's got nice wrinkles textured on the paint, or on the pants, sorry. And the pants are painted nice black, and it's got a gray kind of border on the bottom where it'll be rolled up. It's got this separate piece that's glued on, and it comes up, the strap here comes up a little bit, so it looks realistic that way. And the strap has silver around the buckle, so that's good. Each individual part of the belt is painted orange with a silver button on every single part, going all the way around except for the part that's covered up. The belt here, the blue, I guess, sash belt, goes all the way around. He's got steel-toed boots, and you can see the silver holes where they air it out. The bottom of his feet, it's got sculpting going on there. No peg holes. This is attached on the front, but it's loose in the back. So it kind of gives the appearance that it's loose, but keeps it in place. Looking at the tattoos, we have Ace spelled wrong, crossed out, and redone. He's got his orange bandana. And he even has, if you look, you take off this, and he's got a removable candy cane bracelet with a watch molded on. So that's really cool. And looking at his face paint is done really well. You can see the freckles, the outline around the mouth in black with white teeth. He's got white, really done perfectly in his eyes. He's got two tones of paint on his hair. Looks like a black with a gray kind of shading. Done really nicely. Alright. So looking at his articulation, first I want to show off, you look at the back here, you can see how he's got this part, this neck hair right here is separate from the hair on top of it, so it gives him the ability to move around on top of that sculpt and look up and down. So that's really cool. He's also got a great neck. You can go all the way around. It will look all the way down. So that's really cool. And he can look all the way up because his neck alone gives him articulation to look down and up. So he can look up, he can look down, he can look all the way down, he can neck pivot, he can turn side to side, no problem, and he can be done with character. Looking great. Next we have the butterfly joint on the shoulders. It goes forward and back and up and down as well. So that's really cool. Both sides work. I've heard stories of joints being frozen. Mine were not. So both sides work up and down and left to right. You can get the arm all the way across the shoulder, which is great. That is the one flaw this figure has, and I will explain that later. So you can look all the way, you can get his arms all the way across. Great for two-handed poses to hold swords. Alright, and he's got a hinge and swivel also. So his arm will swivel around and hinge up. And it also has a bicep swivel up at the top. Plus a bicep swivel in the normal place for action figures. So he's all kinds of articulated. He has a double bend on his elbow, double jointed on both sides, and he also has a hinge and in his wrists. So it'll go back and forth like that, and then if you turn the joint, you can get it to go this way too. And they're all on a peg, so you can take it off. It's just a simple peg and a hole. So you got that. Next, his ab crunch is insane. So his ab crunch will go all the way down like that. It will go all the way back like that. I'm not even kidding, that's insane. It'll go side to side. And he also swivel, he's got a double pawl peg up here, and he's got a ball peg down here. And also it's got a swivel here on the waist, but you can also swivel a little above it and over here. This will go forward and back, this will go forward and back, and this will swivel. That is where he gets his, all those together, gives him a great ab crunch. Insane. So that's his ab crunch. His legs will kick up, they will kick out to the side on a hinge, and if you pull down his waist a little bit, he can kick up even more. And then he's got a swivel at the thigh here, a thigh swivel that will make it look natural. So that's really cool. And he also, like I said, he has the swivel here on the thigh, plus it's on a ball joint. So that's really, really cool. He's also got a swivel at the top of the thigh, where the hinge meets. You can see it right there, swiveling around on that hinge. He has a double jointed knee. That's full 180 degrees. I showed you the swivel. He's got a swivel in the ankle. It goes all the way. It goes a lot up. It goes way down, and he has a toe hinge. Plus, we get a lot of ankle rock, ankle tilt, and like I showed you, the swivel. So that's his articulation. Now, moving on to accessories. So we're not going to go through them all, but we're going to do the hat. Very nicely done. You can see the lenses have detail work. It's got brown on top of a skull there with some paint shading on the skull. It's got shading on the band itself, and it's got wooden beads colored in. This is flexible. It's like a PVC, And he's got a nice orange, two-tone orange hat. Orange with shading. Looking very nice. Plus he's got the same colored beads around it. He also has his hat here. So this is how we wear the hat. And he has two heads. So we'll show you the angry head. This is the angry head. You can see the veins popping up. Hold on. There we go. Veins popping up on the forehead. You can see the pupils. The mouth done really nicely. Colored inside his mouth. The teeth done. You can see the freckles. The line work is sublime. And the sculpt is fantastic. And then this one, he's looking to the left, his left. There we go. You get a little bit of that vein, not as much. You can see the freckles, and you can see the outline in the mouth. And once again, it's done fantastic. We're going to use this one for the hat head. So what we do is we want to take these pegs and that, and we peg them in like so. Then we take the hat head here, and we take those pegs, and we peg them in the top here. And then he has this square peg and a round peg, and we peg it into the hat. Just like, oh, we gotta bend that out of the way, but just like that. Definitely, there we go. You can see it, and we just remove the ball peg, or the ball joint on the head, like that, and pop it on, make a snapping noise, and we have him in his hat. Next, we have the fire flame, and I'm just going to do one of them, but I believe this is the one I want. Alright, and we just wrap it around his arm, like so, and something like that. So you just wrap it around, it looks like that. Then we have his accessory, or his weapon. Get it out of there. And looking at the weapon really quickly, you can see the nice paintwork. You got silver on the handle of the hilt, little black paint apps for the dots. You got silver button there, and a silver tip on the edge of the handle. Silver buttons all the way up. Army green with brown. Done really nicely. Oops. There we go. It's got a hole right there and a ball joint on the side of his hip. And we just pop it on, and it stays on like that. But it definitely it hinders outward swing. And last but not least, we will check out the hands and the finger bullets. So let's get these pieces out. Alright, so the hands. Let's just put them all out. Alright. Okay, so we have some grabby hands. I'm going to put the light down here so you can see. All great sculpts. You can see the fingernails and the wrinkles on the knuckles. Paint shading on all the hands. So we have those. And they work simply. You just take out the peg and you put a new hand on. No problem. Like that. Alright. Putting back the fist. Alright. So next, we'll check out. Alright, so we have the pointing fingers. You can see the fingernails on those, and thumbnails, and paint shading on those. And then, last but not least, we have one more of the fire for the other side of his arm or his leg, and then we have the bullet firing fingers. And you can put the tips of the fire on like this, and same with the other one, like this. And that's my review, guys. Please subscribe, comment, rate, and like, and share with your friends. And we'll catch you on the next review. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.